Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
Yeah. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. I've been on the come up, counting money till my thumbs hurt. No Birdman, bitch, but I'm a stunner. Just watch how you run up. I keep a couple gunners. I've been grinding all winter just to flex all over summer shit. Wrist cold when I fall through. Rose gold to my arm, boo. In and out of my city, but come whenever I call you. Who gon' love me more than when I'm stacking out on tour? Them hoes that made it past security, they knocking on my door. You gon' be there when they gone. Show my love by getting more. Hustle so you ain't alone. You won't leave me, that's for sure. I'm talking Benjis, Franklin's, all these hundos on my floor. I just broke a couple bands, believe me, I've been going hard. I'm tipping bottle after bottle, swerving model after model. Who won't cash? That's the motto. Spend it like I hit the lotto. Yeah, I'm loving my life. I know that I ain't shit without you. Actions speak louder than words. They broke cause they just talk about you, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, give respect, mama out of debt. Got a new connect, we the best, homie run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house, you mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy, fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow, bobbing on my ex. She don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you me the sad bitch, I'm blessed, sipping next. So for the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You win them in your town, have some fun, blow a bag. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I'll be back. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy.
Yay. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? I hope everybody's doing all right this weekend. Sorry, got an echo here. Happy Saturday afternoon to y'all. This ain't our normal time. Welcome to Alphabets Football Show. I'm your host, Marcus, the Alphabets, where we're taking about a 2-hour long journey. I don't think it'll be that long today, though, to discuss our favorite sport in the whole wide world, which is football. But first things first, I'd like to introduce my lovely co-host. I call her Miss Bruce Willis because she's die hard. Mona, what's good?
Just glad to be alive, man.
That's what's up.
I've been battling twice. Well, in December now, and January. So,
you know, that's it. Happy to see you here. I know some things been going down, you know, but we're here. We keep. That's why I gave you the nickname, Die Hard, D-I-E hard. Ramona Die Hard. You might get me out.
Keep waiting for my insurance company to put a hit out on me because I'm costing too much money.
Well, we're happy you're still here. Look, y'all. This is we'll probably do another. We usually do a closeout show, but this is the big game is tomorrow. Um, Big game tomorrow. The game. Uh,
The game
Looking
that we
forward
wait
to it
all season long for.
all season long for. Do you see? This is why I like receipts. Did you? Now that hindsight's always 2020. Who'd you have in the Super Bowl for this year? If I would have told you in August that the two teams in the Super Bowl would be the Seahawks versus the Patriots, would you believe me?
No, I wouldn't.
And see, I wouldn't have either. Robert Leader was good. I did not expect it, especially with all of the changes that they had with their teams. The Patriots, first year with Mike Vrabel. By the way, congratulations to him. We'll talk about it. Coach of the year for this year.
Yep.
Second year of Drake May. Sam Darnold, he had a good year with the Vikings.
See, I was shocked that the Vikings allowed him to leave because it was not his fault how bad they played in the playoffs. The offensive line injured, terrible, cost them a couple of quarterbacks. We talked about this during the playoffs last year in 2024's playoffs, that if he had an offensive line, then he might be okay. But he was probably seeing ghost in the playoffs. And we will talk about his ghost when we go to make our predictions.
No doubt about it. By the way, do me a favor, y'all. Dalton, I see you up here, Robert Lee. Do me a favor. I know a lot of people don't know that we're live now. Some people, they don't have their notifications on. Do me a favor and like and share the show and tag everybody and get people up in here. Sam Darnold I did not know this till the other day. I was doing my research or whatever. He's the first quarterback to have 30 wins in 2 years, and combined wins in 2 years. 30 wins.
I think everybody really thought the Vikings had a chance of going somewhere last year. With the kind of year that Barkley was having, maybe not as much, and the Eagles defense, but I felt like they were solid defensively. I thought offensively had plenty of weapons as far to throw to. I felt like they still needed a better running back. And the offensive line. The offensive line had that boy running for his life during the playoffs last year.
Yeah, no doubt. And
he's finally got an offensive line because Seattle does have a decent offensive line. But that will be talked about later in our predictions because that's how I think that the Patriots can win this game.
No doubt about it. Also, I think this is this goes back to when I say this all the time, and people get mad when I say this, Mona. You know what I'm about to say. I say this all the time. Who you play with matters. Where you get drafted to matters. Because this is a guy who a lot of people have written off, including myself, his time with the Jets. He flamed out with the Jets. That the seeing ghost thing. Flamed out with the. Let's not forget, right after he got kicked to the curb by the Jets, him and Baker Mayfield were on the Panthers at the same time.
Yeah.
And look, they were both in the same draft class, number 1 and number 3. The number 1 pick, Baker, the number 3 pick, Sam Darnold. And they both flamed out there. They both flamed out.
Well, they flamed out with their original draft teams.
Yep.
But we have known for the last 25 years the Cleveland Browns can mess up a wet dream. Yeah. Every quarterback up there has kind of flamed out.
And the Jets, two of the worst organizations. Jets, Sam Darnold with the Jets, Baker Mayfield with the Browns. The Jets drafted Sam Darnold at number 3 overall in 2018. In 2021, just 3 years later, they're picking again number 2 overall, Zach Wilson, and he flamed out. So we got to start looking at these general managers. We have to start looking at these scouts. to start looking at these front offices and see that maybe the NFL has a quarterback development issue. Darnold goes and backs up Purdy with the 49ers, and then he gets the job, goes to the Vikings last year, and you start seeing the things that made him the number 3 overall pick, and then you see over here. Now, he can make some demands, especially if they win the Super Bowl. We'll have our predictions here in a minute. But if he wins this Super Bowl, Sam Darnold can start making some demands where, look, I want this, I want that. He can be a little bit choosier. I think they got him on a multi-year deal. I don't think it's just a 1-year deal, but the boy that they drafted from Alabama, who's the kid from Alabama that they just drafted? That I wanted to. I cannot think of his name. I got it on the tip of my tongue. Not Joe Milton. He's with the Cowboys. Who's that quarterback? The black kid from Alabama. They drafted him.
See, I actually like him.
Yeah.
But now everybody's talking about Ty Simpson. Look, Ty Simpson, and you're talking about Milton. Ty Simpson. Okay.
Yeah.
That's my opinion of Ty Simpson.
Yeah.
He is not NFL ready. I don't know that he'll ever be NFL ready, in my opinion. Jalen Milroe. That's right.
Milroe, yeah. Joe Milton's with the Cowboys. He's a Cowboys back. Jalen Milroe. This also gives you a chance to because I didn't think he was ready to play anyways. Sam Darnold also has to look at this as this is an opportunity for you to ask for a little bit more money, because if he wins this Super Bowl, he should be able to ask for a little bit more money. But also, you can sit back and you can let Milroe develop where you don't have to throw him out there, because you see some skills there. I mean, I think he could throw the ball better. When he decides to run, he's electric. But you don't have to rush this kid along. And with Sam Darnold, this is also where he sees, look, you may have finally found a home, kind of like Baker Mayfield with Tampa Bay, where you finally get somewhere and they appreciate you. And you have you got Jackson Smith and Jigba, you got Kenneth Walker III, and you got Elijah Arroyo, and you got Cooper Kupp, and you got
Monster at running back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker III and that defense.
Because quite frankly, why not put Milroe in a gadget role? Because they need to believe in Sam Darnold. That's why.
I think
look, if you have got your franchise quarterback, they signed him for a 3-year, $100.5 million contract. If you have your franchise quarterback, and I think they do, I think Darnold is going to be fine with Seattle for years to come. I think they love this guy. They love this kid. I love this kid with Seattle. Okay? I love this kid with Seattle. I liked him with Minnesota. I just thought he needed a better offensive line. And maybe a better running back. That being said, I'm telling Milroe, look, we brought you the team in case things didn't work out. This is our guy. We're going with him. If you would like to go somewhere and maybe find a starting position somewhere, then we'll let you go. And because there's plenty of backups that you can sign to win games if you get hurt at QB. And Milroe deserves that chance of a starting position. So let him go. Let him go. Let him try. If anybody believes in him. Coming out of Alabama, I don't know that the big man even thought Milroe was NFL ready. Of course, he's not there anymore anyway. And Ty Simpson would never have been his starting quarterback. Never.
Yeah. He's got some attributes, but I'm with you on that. Sam Darnold, look, so they still got, you said 3 years, $100 million. So that's like $30 million a year. So you got this guy on a fairly cheap deal by quarterbacks.
He got $55 million guaranteed, including $32 million signing bonus.
Okay, so it's about 30
He's
plus
averaging
$million a year.
33.5 a year.
A year,
Yeah.
which is peanuts.
And do the Texans really want to pay C.J. Stroud, who did not get them to the playoffs? That defense did $50 million. Hell no.
If I'm Sam Darnold, and I think after this Super Bowl win, lose or draw, he should make more money. I mean, he would have and they could also say, look, we gave you a chance. You're lucky to be here. But
Right. But if he goes tomorrow and wins a Super Bowl for Seattle, at that point they're going to have to give him some type of an extension.
Yeah, they're gonna rework it or something like that. Change the language of the contract because look, he's still a fairly young guy. I mean, he's not 20. He's 2018 draft, so. He's the same age as Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield, 29, 30 years old, which for a quarterback is still fairly young.
Fairly young, right.
So you'll have this guy.
Unless, of course, you are playing for a team who has no offensive line to protect you and your quarterbacks are getting killed left and right, Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. So he's got to look at that. He's got to look at that. He could be, well, I want this enormous amount of money. I think they need to come somewhere to the middle. Yes, we can't give you 55, but we can give you maybe 40. Between 30 and 50, we can meet you somewhere in the middle. So it'll be interesting what happens with that. But this goes back to show you the NFL has a quarterback developmental problem. We've seen the past couple of years, we've seen quarterbacks that a lot of people had written off as being busts and not that talented. The Daniel Joneses, we saw what he did this year with Indianapolis after flaming out with the Giants. We've seen Baker Mayfield. We've seen Sam Darnold. We're seeing these quarterbacks when they get put in better situations that they flourish.
Mac Jones. Look what he was able to do when Purdy got hurt. He continued winning games for Shanahan.
Yes. And the thing about it is,
right now, my thoughts with Mac Jones, I'd love to see him in Pittsburgh, but I don't think we will. I really don't. I think Aaron Rodgers is coming back. I think that he's going to play his last season with Mike McCarthy, who he won a Super Bowl with against my Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Mike McCarthy hire was from the Rooney family to the fans. I really do. I will always feel that way. But I think that Mac Jones with the Houston Texans, that's scary. CJ don't scare me. Mac Jones in that system, get him another receiver out there. Oh, yeah.
Well, and here's the thing with Mac Jones. Mac Jones is going to have to kind of do what Sam Darnold did. He was never going to be the starter with San Francisco. This is kind of like a rehab year for him to kind of rehab his image. Mac Jones going into this, free agency starts next month, and we'll be breaking that down and, combine and all of that stuff.
Yep.
Mac Jones, he's got to look at this big picture as don't just go for the money because
this is your future opportunity, and you can't try to break the bank with whatever you go to. Yes. You got to go there, prove yourself, and then go for the big money.
Or go somewhere where there's maybe a quarterback controversy where you feel like if you're just going for the money, you're gonna mess around and end up on the Jets because they're looking they'll pay you whatever you want because they're so desperate for a quarterback, and you're gonna get beat up, and you're not gonna win a lot of games, and you're gonna make a lot of money, and you're gonna be a self-fulfilling prophecy because they're gonna be like, yeah, Mac Jones is who we thought he were. He sucks. Mac Jones, what he has proven is if you put some things around him, he doesn't have to have all world talent. Put a few things around him and some good coaching and a couple of pieces that he can win. But if you're telling him go to the Jets and a savior for the franchise, that's not who he is. you may have to like go somewhere and be like, okay, Atlanta. I'm gonna go to Atlanta where you compete against Michael Penix Jr., where they have some talent. They got a Kyle Pitts, they got a Drake London, they got a beach.
The other day, him going to Arizona.
And see, so for me, that's another a situation where you're getting thrown to the wolves because they don't have a lot. They don't have a running back. I mean, James Conner, he's in and out. He's coming off of a torn ACL. Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't lived up to his thing. Go somewhere like Atlanta.
But we also have to. I was watching your show with Devon last night.
Okay.
And the one thing, what you just said, you have to look at Harrison's start with Arizona as we know they're getting rid of the quarterback this year. They're not bringing him Kyle Murray back. We know this. Is it the quarterback issue? I mean, look at the difference between George Pickens and Pickett to Pickens as Dak Prescott to Pickens this past season.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference. If you ain't got a quarterback to throw the ball to you and get the ball to you, then your numbers are not going to be that great. That's the reason why Harrison's numbers has not been that great. Do I think he's the do all end all? I liked Neighbors better coming out of the draft than I did Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
But and I wasn't alone in that. But most people, Marvin Harrison Jr. was do all end all number one. Yeah, and then they say, oh, well, now look at their first season. Well, you can't do it that way for the simple fact as you look at the quarterbacks that they have. And, quarterbacks coming out of the draft, first, second, third pick, whatever, look at the teams they're going to go play for. How well have they developed quarterbacks over the years? And they haven't. So, because that's the reason why they're always picking in the top 10. Always.
Jets, Browns every few years. So, Mac Jones, this is a cautionary tale for you to go to a place where, look, do not just let money be your determining factor, because you see now what it's like. You were a top 10 pick going to the Patriots and you flamed out over there. We see now that I don't think he has any really elite traits. He doesn't have an elite arm. Doesn't have any elite mobility, but he processes fast. He's extremely accurate, and he's a good. He doesn't
make a lot of mental mistakes.
So when you're picking your next team, I would also caution Malik Willis. You flamed out in Tennessee. They chose Will Levis over you.
We cannot say anything about any quarterback that went to the Tennessee Titans because. Have they had the same head coach year after year after year the last 3 years? Haven't they gotten a new head coach? I mean, maybe the one was there for 2 years. Coaching matters.
Callahan was there for a couple
of years. Where you go matters, but who you're playing for matters too.
Exactly. And you see Malik Willis when he's had to come in and cover down for Jordan Love, he's looked incredible because they got better weapons over there. You look at the Packers' weapons, wide receivers, Josh Jacobs.
A defense get the ball back to you to give you that extra push down the field too.
Yes. Don't let money be your only determining factor. So we have to we don't have a lot for you because we're at the end of the year, but we did.
How'd you like that?
It looks incredible. We had the NFL awards. Oh, okay. So at the NFL awards, they announced the upcoming class of future Hall of Famers.
Yep.
A couple of names that we were very surprised with. Bill Belichick and owner Robert Kraft were both denied there because of scandals involving the Patriots during their time there. Deflategate, Spygate. So they were passed over. Phillip Rivers was in the mix as a finalist for this. His clock has been reset. I never thought he was the first ballot Hall of Famer. Anyways, He's moved down. He's moved down because he came back this year and played a few games. So his clock reset. So he's not eligible again until 2031. So here's your finalists for this year. There were some good names on there. I don't have an issue with any of these names here. None of them. I don't have any. Adam Vinatieri, one of the most clutch kickers you ever seen. Now, kickers, it takes them a little bit to get in because obviously the position. Drew Brees, second all time in passing yards behind Tom Brady. They were going back and forth. Whoever retired first, whoever played it longer would be the number one all time. So Brady and Brees are 1 and 2 on all time passing yards. Roger Craig, y'all know I'm a big running back. I'm a big running back fan. Roger Craig set the mold for your current running backs as dual threat guys. This guy in that Bill Walsh system, the West Coast offense, where running back started being incorporated into the passing game. This guy could catch the ball as well as running the ball, which is the direction that revolutionized. That's the way they like backs now. Just being able to run the ball now that's not enough. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, that's not enough. You got to be able to catch the ball now. You have to be able to catch, or you won't be on the field. You won't be on the field. He kind of was the trendsetter for that, for the Marshall Faulks, the LaDainian Tomlinson cats like that. Larry Fitzgerald, in my opinion, a top 5 wide receiver, doesn't get the fanfare that a lot of these other guys, the rise in it.
He played for
that, and he wasn't the diva type. Generally your wide receiver one, your alpha dog wide receivers. When we generally think of guys like that, we think of the T.O.s, the Randy Mosses, the Antonio Browns, the guys that's screaming for the ball, yelling at the quarterback. He was never that guy. Very quiet guy, comes with his lunchbox every day and just does his job.
Yeah, does what he's supposed to do. Not a prima donna. I just look, without Big Ben's last drive that should have got him MVP for that Super Bowl. Without Big Ben's last drive, this man won the Super Bowl for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
We knew that. But the drive that Big Ben had after that play was miraculous. The pass in the end zone was perfectly thrown. Nobody else was catching that ball. Nobody else. Yes, it was a great catch. Yes, he got his toes down. But the pass was immaculate. We talk about the immaculate reception, back in the 70s. I'm telling you, immaculate pass on that last play to win that game. To me, should have won him the MVP.
Definitely a Don. But Larry Fitzgerald never made any. He wasn't the kind of guy that made a bunch of noise. I didn't even know he had retired. He didn't go about this is my final year. This guy just kind of faded out. Look up 5 years later, here we are. I don't ever recall him having a press conference or anything like that. Just a very unassuming guy. Started off as a ball boy for the Vikings back in the day. Just an overall good guy. And then Luke Kuechly, if there was a controversial figure.
I'm going to say one thing right now. And if you're going to say he don't belong, I'm going to tell you to kiss my behind. And this is why. Okay. Yes, I understand he only played 8 years. Let's go back. How long did Barry Sanders play? Didn't he retire early?
He did. He retired right at 29.
Let's talk about his accolades, what he did in the 8 years that he played in the NFL. He had 7 Pro Bowls. Not, when
the Pro Bowl mattered,
5 first team All-Pro selection. Okay, he was the 2013 Defensive Player of the Year, the 2012 Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. So back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year. So I do not want to hear, just because he didn't go 12, 15 years in the NFL, he made his money. He played, he made his money, and he got out. The man's still able to walk upright and know how to
Yeah.
have somebody help him pull him out of bed like Jerome Bettis used to have when he first retired. Okay, so I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I listened to your show last night, and I also have something to say about Larry Fitzgerald. Well deserved. Well deserved. I'm so glad he got in. Hines Ward absolutely belongs in the Hall of Fame, and I would take one Hines Ward over two Ocho Cinco's. Sorry, but I would.
I
To me,
was fighting that. I was fighting that battle. I was fighting that battle.
I know.
You know what I think of. You know what I think of. You know what I
Hines
think
Ward
of.
was a game breaker. He did and was a game breaker for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm.
Look, yes, we had Santonio Holmes, Plaxico Burress, Mike.
Antoine Randall L. Mike Wallace.
Listen, Antoine Randall L. is probably, I rank him up next to T.O. as far as overall athlete. The man could do anything. He could throw the ball, he could catch the ball, he could run the ball. It didn't matter what. He did it, and he did it consistently. He was fantastic at his job, what he done. Terrell Owens, to me, is the best piece of meat I ever seen play in the NFL. I mean, best athlete, look, his work regimen makes Derrick Henry reminds me of him. Derrick Henry's work regimen reminds me of what T.O. If T.O. was nothing else, his body was absolutely perfect and in shape and in tune and ready to play.
Yeah.
And how T.O. is not in the damn Hall of Fame it's a joke.
T.O. is there. T.O.'s in the Hall of Fame.
Well, but I'm just saying, how long did it take him to get there, though? And so we wanted to bitch and complain about Belichick not getting in. It took T.O. a while to get there, too.
Yeah.
So, didn't really bother me as bad that Spygate, Deflategate. But you know what? And somebody asked me, well, how do you feel about Brady? Brady's accolades speak for themselves because he left a team up there in New England and he went to Tampa Bay and won another Super Bowl. You know? And he didn't have any primetime wide receivers. You know, the Randy Moss era. You know? And he did what he was supposed to do. Didn't they lead in touchdowns?
Highest scoring offense at that time. At that time,
I don't know.
The 2007.
Did anybody higher scoring?
A few years later, the 2013 Broncos when Peyton Manning that year that they lost to I didn't think they broke, and then the
receiver didn't do it all.
Yeah, and then after that, the 2019 Chiefs when Mahomes had like 50 touchdown passes. So it was up there. It was up there. Kuechly, again, everybody's not going to play 15, 20 years. And this is one guy kind of like Troy Aikman, Steve Young.
Well,
the concussion.
Listen, Aikman left because of all the concussions that he was suffering from.
That's what I'm saying. This guy too. This Aikman, Steve Young, and this guy, serious concussion issues. Once you start having those concussions like that, Tua, it's time to get out. So, congratulations to all these guys. I don't really have an issue with any of these guys here. Some of the greatest to ever play. Hall of Fame game in August. We'll be watching that when these guys get inducted in, and congratulations, just an incredible class. So congratulations to all those guys. So we have been doing on Coffee Talk. Me and Mona, we would get together. Y'all know I do Coffee Talk by myself.
Sometimes an hour and a half, 2 hours just discussing the NFL honors, who we thought was going to win.
Yeah, we would sit down, and when I would do it, me and Mona, we would sit down.
I remember our first conversation. I remember our first one, our first conversation. It lasted for about 2 hours, actually about 2.5 hours. And you had somebody else at defensive rookie of the year. And I'm like, what about Schlesinger with the Browns? And you're like, I got to do some research on that. And then you came back and you're like, holy crap. Yeah.
Yeah. And this what I tell y'all in the community, with this group here. I love to get stuff like that because look, this is why I encourage you all. I challenge everybody out there in this group. I get it. You love your favorite team. You love your guys. Go. There's other great players in the NFL, and we have young up and coming superstars that are emerging. Go watch these guys. I get it. I'm not telling you to abandon your favorite teams. Fan is short for fanatic. I get it. But there's a lot of good guys out there, and we got some young talent that's coming in. Watch these guys. Go on there. Go to YouTube. Watch these guys play.
And listen, if I, as a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, if I, as a diehard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, can come up with a defensive rookie of the year who plays for the Cleveland Browns,
anybody can do it.
Anybody can do it.
Yes. So I made a video and I reposted it the other day of the last every week for the past month and a half of the season. Every Wednesday on Coffee Talk, I would give my, here we are right now. These are my guys right now. So I did the last one over a month ago and I hit on all of them. And I would give honorable mention.
I said, if Dak Prescott doesn't take his team to the playoffs, then it has to be Christian McCaffrey. So
no doubt about it.
Got him all right. I didn't know about the Protector of the Year award. I didn't know that was an award.
Actually, Dion Dawkins, shout out to Dion Dawkins of the Buffalo Bills. He had suggested that, and I think this was the first year for it because it's really hard for these offensive linemen to get any type of awards. Joe Thuney, I like him. Former Patriot, former Chief. Got traded to the Bears. So congratulations to this guy here. The first winner of the Protector of the Year award. I love stuff like that. I think sometimes offensive linemen don't get the credit that they deserve. Looking at these here, Mona, did you have an issue with any of these picks? And
no.
Most of them we picked when we did where there was a travesty.
And you look at your Coffee Talks, we picked pretty much every one of these guys for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
That's why I love receipts.
We didn't really talk about the Walter Payton Man of the Year award because we don't have the research available to go in and check for each player that plays for the 32 teams that are selected for the Walter Payton Award. So we really don't know in depth what these guys actually do. I'm going to tell you something. The one award that they gave to Christian McCaffrey, the Salute to Veterans Award that they gave to him, it's not on this list, but I went and looked it up. I did not realize his connection to our military, and what he has actually done while he's been in the NFL. And don't get me wrong, he's not alone. There's a lot of players who absolutely do stuff like that for our military. But to me, him winning that award and me doing the research I went and did on him after he got it. Of course, I had to take pictures of Stafford and his 4 daughters on stage too. I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. And funny, even though his wife didn't go on stage with him, 3 of them look just like him, just on the female side, and they are absolutely. Of course, I think he's the sexiest thing ever. But his little girls are absolutely gorgeous. The one little girl looks just like her mommy. Yeah. But the other 3 look like Matthew Stafford.
Football's the ultimate team sport, but I do like to see guys get their flowers. Y'all hear me say this all the time. I give credit where credit's due. but I don't give a credit to a bird for flying or a fish for swimming. But congratulations to all these guys. I was really happy for Stafford. His career very easily could have been derailed with the Lions, another franchise that destroys people.
Now,
but anyways,
player of the year, that
yeah.
offensive player of the year, because our MVP was between him and Drake May.
Yes.
If Drake May had been up for the offensive player of the year and had won it over Jackson Smith and Jigba, that would not have bothered me.
Yeah.
But I kind of felt like offensive rookie of the year, if that had went to a quarterback, if that would have went to Drake May, it wouldn't have bothered me. But I can tell you something, that's all we did was sing Tet's praises. Probably about halfway into the season, we were like, holy crap, where this kid came from? Holy crap, can you imagine if they get somebody on the other side of him to where, he's got a good solid number 2. And again, my boy's throwing the ball to him, Bryce Young. I know he ain't that tall. I know he ain't that big. I get it. But listen, I tried to tell everybody.
Yeah.
I knew what he could do, and I knew how accurate his arm is, and he didn't make a lot of mistakes throwing the football down the field. So,
no doubt.
And, his first couple of years, they were pretty bad, but look, they got rid of half the team to be able to move up to get him. And the games that they lost were really close games. Every game they lost pretty much, there was a couple blowouts, but most of the games they lost were like 2 to 3 point misses. And that's been the last few years. And then this year, getting a solid number 1 receiver and a good running game really showed what Bryce Young could do on a football field.
No doubt. And winning the division. They didn't win it with a very great record, but they did win. They won it with a losing record, but they did win it. So congratulations to them. The only one that I saw that, and I've heard people that they've been in my inbox about it, was a coach of the year. I still thought that Vrabel should have won it, but there were some guys out there that if they had won, and I put this in there in our honorable mention on the real.
4 different coaches. 4 different coaches. If they had won, I would not have had an issue with it.
Shanahan, Mike McDonald.
What Kyle Shanahan was able to do with these players. You're a guy, so you didn't get to play. You didn't play with paper dolls with the little paper dresses and stuff like that. This man played paper dolls better than anybody in the NFL last year with injured players.
Yeah. He kept them together with duct tape over there. They put some duct tape on that and held it down. But there were some other guys. I like Liam Cohen from the Jags. I like Ben Johnson with the Bears. Mike McDonald.
Cohen maybe but I don't thing and probably has saved Trevor. Probably saved his career.
Yeah, definitely.
I really thought Trevor was going to be that one dude that just never got it together. Yeah. And this year he played some hellacious football.
He really did. They got some decisions to make over there. So congratulations to all the NFL honors guys. Love to see stuff like that. I'm really happy for Matthew Stafford because again, his career didn't start off that great. It just shows you if you have perseverance and you're able to survive adversity, keep pushing, you can have some success. So congratulations to all these guys. So without further ado, we got the big game, Super Bowl. We're just going to talk about the Super Bowl part. Marcus, are you going to talk about the halftime show? I'm not going to talk about the halftime show. I'm not talking about Bad Bunny or whatever like that.
You know what? I'm looking forward to the halftime show.
I tell you, it's halftime show two halftime shows that I really loved. One was the Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction one, and I was like, and the Jennifer Lopez with her legs wrapped around that pole, holding herself up, and all of her muscles just ripped. Anyways, speaking strictly from about the game, squirrel. Squirrel. Let's talk a little bit about how these guys got here. Like I started off with at the beginning of the show, if you would have told me these were the two finalists in August, I would have probably laughed at your face. I would have. Which is a testament to how far these teams have come, and they went through a lot of changes. The Patriots were 4-13 last year. The Patriots were 4-13 last year, and this just goes to show you what you did the prior year means nothing. This is every year. Everybody starts from scratch, and you gotta go out there with all of the tools that are available to you. Free agency.
Yep.
The draft, trades, and things like that, and going to go get. The Patriots spent a lot of money. They went out and got a bunch of players from the Eagles, and drafted. Went and got Stephon Diggs got Stephon Diggs, and went and got Milton Williams, and went and got some players that really kind of put them over the hump. And dethroned the Buffalo Bills, who've been running that division over there in the AFC East. Bringing in a Mike Vrabel, a guy who's a winner, who had the Titans looking decent. Looking over on the Seahawks side, getting rid of Geno Smith, bringing in Sam Darnold, trading away DK Metcalf, trading away Tyler Lockett, bringing in a Cooper Kupp. Making Jackson Smith-Njigba your guy, going to go get a guy like Rashid Shaheed, bringing in a DeMarcus Lawrence. Those kind of trades and moves like that, and draft picks, drafting a Nick Emenwari, who I think in the next 3 or 4 years may end up being the best safety in the league. Those are the type of move there, those front office moves, building your team, roster construction or whatnot. And here it is. The Patriots, I know there's a lot of people who I've heard a lot of people calling them fraudulent. Oh, they had an easy path. Look, it's hard to win 10 games in a row. I don't care where it is, because you can have those down games. You can have those down games. You got to take everybody seriously, because if you don't, you're going to get your ass beat. We've seen teams that shouldn't have beat a team and they lose. You got to go in there focused. That's coaching to me. Your coach keeping you focused to win 10, 11 straight games. That is a hell of an accomplishment. Even if you say it's inferior competition, it still takes a lot to do something like that. So, look. Also, dethroning the Buffalo Bills, beating the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. That says a lot to me. They played 3 top 5 defenses on their playoff run, beating the Houston Texans, who I think was the best defense. I think the Broncos were like top 3, beating those guys. And yes, did Drake May play great in those games? Not really, but you also have to look at the weather conditions. That Broncos game was in a damn blizzard. You couldn't even see some of the players. It was so much snow out there. They're wearing white uniforms, and there were times where I'm looking at the game, you couldn't see some of the Patriots players.
Yeah.
So doing that, and then you look over there with the Seahawks and the division that they play in, which is I think may be the best division in football. Seahawks, 49ers, Rams. You gotta go through a death trap just to get out of your own freaking division. You got 3. They sent 3 teams and all of them are good, and they're going to be there. The Rams are still going to be good next year. The 49ers, if they come back even somewhat healthy, hell, they were winning games without their players. Imagine them next year with their players. Next year, the Rams, when we do this draft, the Rams have 2 first-round picks next year. They were in the semifinals, and they got 2 first-round picks next year.
Yeah.
So they can really go best player available. So,
and we've done been told that Matthew Stafford is coming back next year.
So
I mean,
they can go
he didn't
any
leave- he didn't
direction.
leave that as
Yeah.
a question mark for nothing. When he
He-
accepted his MVP trophy, he said, "I can't wait to get back out there and start kicking butt this season."
And that's what you want to hear. Somebody who's not lethargic, somebody who's not resting on their laurels. He just seems to he's a leader. They follow this guy.
Yeah.
I think the Rams could be even better next year. But again, when you get that high, sometimes guys they come out the next year. If I would have told you a couple of years ago the 49ers would play in the Super Bowl and the next year they wouldn't even make the playoffs. Things like that happen. It's a long season, 18 weeks, and there's a lot of stuff that could happen in between now and then. So, Mona, I'm going to let you go first. Talk to me. How do you see this game going? Give me your X factor in this game. X factor for each team, player, or whatever, the situation or whatever.
I'm gonna give you my blemishes.
Give me your we'll go with blemishes over freckles. I like freckles.
Drake May with the Patriots.
Okay.
Nerves. I think nerves could be the blemish. Everybody said, well, he didn't do much against the Broncos. Well, neither did Bo Nix. I mean, come on. That game was a horrible conditioned game to play in. All right. We know it's not going to be like that out in the desert. Then you got the Seattle Seahawks who rain, go away, and it never does. But anyway, so you got two teams going to play in the desert. One's used to playing in rain, one's used to playing in the snow at this time of the year. They're going to be going into the desert playing. The Patriots have to put the ghost on the field to beat Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's had a hell of a year this season. He's had pretty damn good protection for most of the season. But what I saw them do, what I saw the Patriots defense, who nobody really thought that they were that great of a defense. They weren't a chump change, but they weren't that great. But what they did to the Texans and that offense, basically, they took the wind out of the Texans defense by the third quarter. The Texans defense was gassed because the offense could not control the clock. CJ played horribly in that game. How many turnovers? He had 3 or 4 turnovers.
Four turnovers in the first half. In the first half, not the game. In the first half.
In the first half.
4 turnovers. Yeah.
To me, they have to do Sam Darnold that way. They have to play. That defense has to play. Look, it's the last game of the season, dude. You have played till your legs are falling off. You break a leg or an ankle, whatever. You got to play the best game that you've played all season. Because Sam Darnold ain't going to just give it to you because he's hurt all the doubters over the years. And he made it to the playoffs last year. So I do think nerves is going to bother both quarterbacks a little bit. It's the furthest either one of them's got. I think it could affect Drake May more so, but then he's got a veteran head coach. And I think that Mike Vrabel will absolutely keep him in this game. To me, for the Patriots to win, they have to get at Sam Darnold. That defense has to create turnovers on a team that really didn't have a whole lot of turnovers this year. Offensively for Seattle, I think that if they can attack, I think they got to throw the ball down the field. I think that they have to throw the ball down the field, and I think that Sam Darnold can do that. I think they're going to run the football and possibly expose a little bit of, because that was one of the things the Texans did not have. They didn't have a good running game and their quarterback. So I think that's the reason why the Patriots were able to take advantage of the Texans. I don't know that they can take advantage of the Seattle Seahawks. The only thing I give coaching to the Patriots because of Vrabel. But let's not forget what Seattle's head coach has done for Seattle this year, and they put a very well-rounded team. To me, I think they're a little stronger on the defensive side, but their offense is better than average. I don't think they're like just showboat fantastic, but I think you got your offensive rookie of the year on this team. Who helped getting there? Sam Darnold helped getting there.
You mean offensive player of the year, not rookie. Offensive player of the year.
Or offensive player.
Rookie.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got it. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But
JSN.
I feel that connection is what's going to be the X factor in this game. I really do. That and the running game.
Yeah.
I think the running game mixed in with that deep pass to Jackson Smith and Jigba. I will say it correctly, even though the girl on the awards announcing his name could never get his name right.
Yeah.
She probably just started calling him JSN because she could not get his last name.
There.
It was awful.
We'll get you there, just like Oso Diggy Zua. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. Just like
Diggy Dua. Yeah, love him. For the Patriots, not turning the ball over. And I think the defense is the X factor for them to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So offense to me, the X factor is offense, receiving core, and running game for Seattle to win. And the X factor for me for the Patriots is that defense has to put a hurting on them like they did the Texans. That's simple.
Okay.
Do you want to know? Do you want me to go ahead and tell you who I've got picked?
Yeah, give me your pick and your score.
I have the
Uh-oh.
Patriots in an upset.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
24-21 Patriots. Drake
Okay.
May. Look, Drake May reminds me a lot of another quarterback that I really love. So that's my pick. I'm taking the Patriots.
Okay. Dalton here. He's got Seahawks 24-20. Super Bowl MVP prediction, Ernest Jones. Give me just a shot in the dark, Mona. Super Bowl MVP. Since you're saying with the Pats, who's going to be the MVP? Because you know the MVP goes to the winner. So who's going to be the Super Bowl MVP?
Well, it has to be Drake May.
Drake
It
May?
it has to be Drake May as the MVP for the Patriots. Now, if Seattle wins, I think it has to be their quarterback, Sam Darnold.
Okay.
To me, Sam Darnold is, and the receiving core is the X factor for them to win. Same thing with the Patriots, but I think it's their defense is their X factor. They have to beat Seattle up like they did the Texans.
Okay. Pats 24-21. Drake
did write
May.
it down, right?
I'm writing it down. Right. You know I'm going to. This is my last page.
But I remember Sam Darnold is the MVP if they win, and
I wrote it down here
for Patriots.
because I buy one of these every season.
I know, and I got one too, but I don't know where it's at.
It's done. It's done though. I don't have no more pages left, so I have to go back to my yellow joints. Look, I expect a very competitive game. I don't think it's going to be. You have two very defensive-minded teams, defensive superstars on both. I think if you had to look at it, quarterback, I would give Sam Darnold a slight advantage. Wide receiver core, I have to probably give it to the Seahawks. JSN is in a class by himself. Although Diggs is another guy who's kind of rejuvenated his career over there.
And if they
the
were to give it to,
Patriots.
if they were to give it to Diggs, MVP, if the Patriots win this game and they gave it to Diggs
Yeah.
as the MVP because of what he's done
Yeah.
the last half of the
Yeah.
season with the Patriots,
Yeah.
it wouldn't bother me
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, it would probably bother the Buffalo Bills fans. But anyways,
You know,
just letting him
they
walk
should
out.
be
Just
bothered
let
by a
him
lot
walk
more
out
than
the-
just Diggs being in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. Or letting Sam Darnold, who was in the same draft class as Josh Allen, and
No,
then,
I don't even think it's Josh Allen that's kept him out of that. I just said Josh Allen would never win a Super Bowl after about 3 years ago. I said he'll never win a Super Bowl with the Buffalo Bills.
let me see here. I'm happy. Let me see, if Patriots win, I got Marcus Jones as Super Bowl MVP. If it's Sam Darnold's redemption versus record goal breaking, and so I just think that the Seahawks are a better team overall. I think they're a more talented team, and I think when you look at two of their players, I think they're two of the Seahawks players are just head and shoulders above their counterparts on the other side. I think Kenneth Walker III. For people who haven't really watched him, I'm a huge running back fan. This guy, his ability to stop, start, turn on a dime, his game-breaking speed. I'm a sizist, but I'm also a speedist. This guy put his foot in the dirt and will just take off on you. He can catch the ball. He's elusive. He's got some Bijan Robinson in him, and some Jahmyr Gibbs in him. JSN, maybe
Dalton. Holy shit! Read what he just said. That would be.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be a karma thing. Seattle and the Patriots.
If you're on the 1 yard line, hand the ball to Kenneth Walker III, please. Also, Pete Carroll's not the coach, so I don't think we have to worry about that. But I just think the Seahawks are a better team. I think that they're on a mission. I think that the Patriots arrived about a year early. I think you have to go through steps to get to the championship. I think this is the year here where the Patriots, no one expected them. No one saw this coming for them. The Seahawks either, but
I was going to say, you might not expect Seattle either. So,
but Patriots even less so. They just, after being 4-13 last year, they weren't that good of a team. And I still think that they got room to improve over there. I think they got to get better offensively. Although I do like the two-headed monster they got over there, Ramondre Stevenson. He's kind of revived his career, and I love TreVeyon Henderson. Speaking of that, they've got to find some ways to get the ball to TreVeyon Henderson. I think he's their most explosive playmaker. This guy, I watched the game where they played the Bills, and he ran to the right, got bottled up, reverse field, and outran the entire Buffalo secondary.
Yeah,
they need a type of play like that from him in this game here. Their tight ends, I like Hunter Henry, and Austin Hooper. They're okay. Diggs, he's still playing okay. He's not what he was in Buffalo. But their best playmaker, their most explosive playmaker is TreVeyon Henderson. Now, is he going to get the touches that Ramondre Stevenson gets? No, because Ramondre's a workhorse. He's a big, powerful, bruising type back, but he doesn't have the game-breaking speed of the Henderson. Okay.
Right.
I also believe you're going to see, since this is the last game of the season, you're going to see Drake May run a little bit more. I could see him having 45, 50 yards rushing. Because he's one of those kind of guys, when the play breaks down, he will take off on you. And
the one thing that you've seen him actually win a couple of games with him running the ball. And scoring touchdowns.
Yes.
But you didn't see him do it like a Lamar Jackson does.
Like design runs. That's not him. That's not him. He's gonna go.
Do not think that there's not going to be some design runs for me in this Super Bowl.
Yes, you want to try to preserve these guys and not have them get beat up. I think you see him. I can see him running for about 40 yards or so. You know, things break down. He take off and keep the drive going. You know, it's 3rd and 8, and he takes off for, you know, and keeps the clock moving. The Patriots have to play keep away because I think that Seattle's defense is exponentially better. When you look at Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp and Rashid Shaheed and Kenneth Walker III. And the thing with Kenneth Walker III, normally he has to share carries. Zach Charbonnet tore his ACL, so he's going to get all of the carries.
And offensively, Seattle is much better than what the Texans' offense is.
They just are. So
watch what the Patriots defense made the Texans' offense look even worse.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, but yes. So I think it's going to still be a close game because I like the Patriots defense. They have a very good defense, but I think that they're going to be, look, you'll probably have Christian Gonzalez. He'll probably follow JSN all over the field. So some of these secondary players are going to have to make some noise. Cooper Kupp.
And we know he can. We know he can.
And we know that he can. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago when he played in the Super Bowl, didn't he win Super Bowl MVP? Right? And and the only reason he got that many targets is because Odell Beckham Jr. got hurt.
That's right.
Odell Beckham Jr. was killing him, and then Kupp started killing because he was killing Eli Apple.
Well, and to be honest, too, Rams were playing against the Bengals defense, who wasn't the greatest in the world.
Yeah, Super Bowl MVP. So he can Cooper Kupp go out there and do that every week? No, but in a game of this magnitude where he's just got to step up for a few plays, he does.
This could be his last game of his career.
It very well could be. So I just Kupp had 2 touchdowns in a game win and killed Eli Apple. Absolutely killed Eli Apple.
Yeah.
So he's not going to have Christian Gonzalez following him around. So whoever the number 2 corner is, he's going to have to step it up. So I'm going. My X factor for this game is on the Patriots side. I got Travion Henderson somewhere in there. Again, breaking a long run, taking a little screen pass, and taking it to the house. They need something like that for him. And for me,
are you clicking your ink pen?
I was. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go with Seahawks 27, 21, 27. I could even see this being somewhere game-winning field goal.
This is the first Super Bowl that you and I picked separate, different.
I like the Seahawks. I like what they've done this year. Although I do like Mike Vrabel better than I do Mike McDonald. I just think that they're a more talented team. They're playing in a stadium that they play in every year, you know, because they're in the NFC West. They're playing in Levi Stadium in San Francisco, so they're used to playing in this stadium. They should be very, very at home there. I'm going to go 27-21. I could also see a scenario there where Jason Meyer, I really like their kicker, the Seahawks kicker, Jason Meyer. I think he's one of the better kickers, not the best. That would be one, Brandon Aubrey. But anyways, I really like their kicker. I like their team overall. 27-21. And MVP, Kenneth Walker III. I'm gonna be a little bit biased here. Kenneth Walker III runs for 100 yards and gets a touchdown as the Super Bowl MVP. I'm gonna go Kenneth Walker III as my MVP. 27-21. Seahawks.
All right. In case of a scenario where the Patriots win, who would be your MVP?
I said it, Travion Henderson. I think if they were to win, I think Travion Henderson. He's the kind of guy that can score on any single play. A little screen, a little swing route, and he takes it and just outruns the entirety. We saw this with him at Ohio State. Him and Quinshon Judkins over there in Ohio State. And he's done that in the league this year, specifically in that Bills game where I was like, oh my, this guy is fast. Yeah. He is fast. I mean, he's really fast. So 27-21 Seahawks. KW3, I'm sticking with my running backs. I don't give a damn. Yeah, I'm being a little bit biased. Marcus, you can go because you're running back. Yes, I do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm being biased, right? At least see the difference between me and y'all is y'all don't admit that y'all are biased. Some of y'all are homers. It's like, oh, it's just because you're a homer. You're a homer. Okay, you're a homer. But you won't admit that you're a homer. Admit I'm kind of a homer. What's up, you guys? Getting home. Can't wait for this Super Bowl. Go see. Okay, Bo, you go. Bo, give me your score, Bo, in the comment section. Shout out to everybody still left in the Alphabets Football Show playoff bracket. I got eliminated when the damn Rams lost. That hurt me. That hurt me, but it's okay. It's okay. I really thought the Rams were going to win. I really did. It was a good game, but things happen. We were homers. We were Homer Simpson from Simpson. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But we got a few people that picked the Seahawks. Sandy Anderson, Dwayne Woodley. I think he took the Seahawks. So congratulations to everybody.
I had the Seahawks picked all the way up until today's show. Yeah. and honestly, I think it comes down to coaching.
Yeah.
And I just think Vrabel is well-deserved in winning Coach of the Year. And I think that when it comes to these playoffs, the Super Bowl, that he's going to have something thrown in last minute to make a huge difference. So
you don't think that do y'all not think that Mike Vrabel's on the phone with Bill Belichick, who was his coach when they were winning all those Super Bowls?
Hell yeah.
I know he's on the phone with him talking it up.
Absolutely he is.
So enjoy the games, everybody. Go somewhere if you're not watching at home. It's just one of those things. I wish they'd make it into a holiday. I really NFL, y'all need to get with the government, make Mondays, because everybody, everybody's doing their thing on Sunday, eating and drinking and all kind of stuff. And a lot of people, I used to take Mondays off. I would be like, I'm taking leave or a pass on Monday. There ain't no way I'm going running on Monday morning 5 miles and I was still in the Army. Hell no. I'm like, I'm taking some leave. So after this, we'll kind of have a season recap. We'll have one more show.
We always do a follow-up show. We always do a follow-up show.
We kind of sit up, and it'll probably be kind of like a late night kind of thing. It may not even be. It probably won't be Friday. Mona, we'll get together, but we'll do one last. We always do a sign-off show to close out our season where we sit up, and it's kind of informal. We sit. Oh my gosh, 1 year. Oh my. I was.
Don't be shocked if you see a couple of little pop-up free agency shows because it starts in March. So
yeah, so we take a little bit of time. Look, the coffee talk, it takes a lot out of me. People, we're just doing more shows Mondays through Thursdays. I usually do an hour there. I do those every Monday through Thursday. I've been doing this since August. So by the end of the season, I'm just like, I love football, but I also like my downtime. I'm going to take a little break, recharge my batteries.
I'm going to tell you right now, you can sit there and you can say all this all you want to, Marcus Betts, but I know 1 month, 3 weeks after the Super Bowl, he's going to be whining. There's nothing to watch on TV. There's nothing. Football's done. I will show y'all this. Your favorite Christmas song is "The Most Wonderful Time of the Year."
The most wonderful time. We always do it every year though. We take some time because look, it's y'all don't understand like these shows and stuff like that. It's a lot of research. And then I got to start. We got to start ramping up for the. We got to start ramping up for the draft. With the draft, trying to learn these players. You got a whole nother class of guys coming in, free agency, who's going where. There's a lot of, me and Devon talked about it a little bit the other day, getting ready for free agency and trades, potential trades and stuff like that. But I am going to take we're going to take a little bit of time like we do every year. And then, we'll be back at it. Mona, okay, let's go. And we're off at it. And then we take another break.
Solving sometimes.
Yeah, so it's all good. But we'll do a closeout show, have a couple of alcoholic or non-alcoholic drink, really informal. We're a little bit more civilized, but at the end of the year when we have our last show, we just kind of sit around and talk. We'll talk about the year.
We have a few guests on the show at that point too. If
y'all want to come on, that's the one time I kind of open it up to everybody, because a lot of times we're on a time schedule. We're on YouTube. We try not to go over 2 hours because it just gets a little bit hectic. I'll put something out and me and Mona will sit down and come up with what we're going to do. We'll have an open mic where everybody can come in and kind of talk. We'll have a few subjects and we'll talk about it, and we'll just stay up until everybody goes, okay, I can't stay up no more. And that's what we do. So, okay, I'm falling asleep. That's what we do every year. So y'all are welcome to that. Our closeout show, our season recap show and final show of this season. And then, we'll be out of there, but you'll see me around. I go on to other shows. I'll still do coffee talk, maybe once a week. I'll do sit down and do a call, or if there's some pressing news that comes up.
He'll be there more than once a week.
Mona knows me very well. I can't even say nothing because he's like, yeah, you say that now. So
he has the gift of gab. Trust me.
So exactly. So appreciate everybody coming through. We're gonna get up out of here and move around. I got some stuff I gotta go do. Frank is looking. You better go get me some dog food. I'm gonna start eating your couch. But I appreciate everybody who comes through. Appreciate my lovely co-hosts. It's been a challenging year, but y'all are my favorite people. We could be doing anything else on a Saturday afternoon. We're sitting over here talking football, and I wouldn't rather be doing it with anybody with y'all, man. Everybody who comes through, even if it's 4 or 5 people, I don't care. I don't do this for the number. Some people they do stuff, and we could have more numbers if this was a public group. This is a small group of people that love football, love talking football. So, Mona, last words before we get up out of here.
Just want to, reiterate pretty much everything you've said just now. Thank you all for continuing to show us support. We still got our hoodies and our t-shirts will be coming up soon in the spring. So if y'all need any merch, just get with me or Marcus, either one. Let us know what you need, what size, what color, whatever. I don't know the prices. He can rattle them off.
27 short sleeve, 27 short sleeve, 37 long sleeve t-shirts, 52 hoodies.
Yep.
And nearly any color. And by the way, because I hate going to the post office.
He hates to go to the post office. Let me assure you of this very much, because I think somebody still hasn't went to the post office for me yet.
I got stuff coming for me, and I haven't went to the post office yet because I hate going to the post. Y'all gotta understand, I live in El Paso. There's nearly 750,000 people here. So when I go to the post office, it's not a fun place.
That information, you're gonna have to scroll back and find it.
And that's fair. That's fair. Bye everyone. Jonathan Morton. I don't know who that.
My voice is John.
Okay. Okay. I appreciate you, John. Eddie V Hill. Let me let all of the some people told that won our prizes. I got you. Shout out to Angie Sanchez for winning Alpha Chicks. She told me she didn't want her jersey yet because she wants to see if George Pickens is still going to be with the Cowboys. So she told me I'm going to wait till March. She wants a George Pickens, but she said I don't want a George Pickens, and he's not staying with the Cowboys. I go, Angie, I think he's well. I don't know, so I don't want my jersey yet. But if he signs an extension with the Cowboys, then I want my George Pickens. So Angie's got a George Pickens. She won picks a couple
She's
of
gonna
years
have
ago.
to wait just a little bit because now I still want my TJ Watt jersey that I still ain't got yet.
You a TJ Watt. Shout out to Eddie V. Hill. He won Pick'ems this year. Shout out to Ben Avila, and then they ordered TJ Watt jerseys for you too, Mona. For you too, Eddie V. Hill and you both have
standard regular TJ Watt jersey.
Got you.
Don't get wrong. I love my baseball shirt you bought me. I love my baseball shirt you bought me.
Got you. And whoever wins the playoff brackets, you get a hoodie. So we'll find that out tomorrow. Yep. So when I do all of my post office stuff, I'll make all of that happen. But anyways, everybody have a great one. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I'll put it in the on the timeline when we're going to do this closeout show. It probably won't be Friday. Me and Mona will sit down and I'll let y'all know and I'll make an announcement as far as that. Okay. Have a great one. Appreciate y'all. Much love. If y'all are in the elements, I know it's snowing in some places or whatnot. Be careful on the road. Be careful on the road. Mona, you showed me.
Yesterday, I had to go pick up my granddaughter in Tassel, which is usually a 30-minute drive, and it took me an hour to get up there. Well, it's 30-minute drive up there and 30 back. And it took me 2 hours. It took me an hour to get there and an hour back. You could barely see the tires from the car in front of you. And then on the way home, you couldn't see no tires on either side.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she's like, she goes, I want my Pickens jersey, but don't buy me no Pickens jersey until I know for sure. If not, then I'm gonna want somebody else maybe from the draft. I
Pickens jersey, and I kept saying, nope, I don't think he's gonna last in Pittsburgh because they're not gonna put up with his little attitude. And I was right.
Yeah. So we'll let y'all know when our closeout show is. Everybody, it'll be open. We'll give you the StreamYard, and everybody can come in, and it's still got to be somewhat organized. We'll have a couple of topics, surprises of the year, and maybe a way too early. Making some bold predictions, for next season too. But
I don't know if I can do both before the draft. We might have to make that post-draft show.
Yeah, it's something like that. Oh, by the way, make your arrangements for Alphabets Football Show Rise Up Family Meet and Greet, April the 23rd to the 25th. I'll be there. Mona will be there. Dre will be there. Devon will be there. Mookie Hawkins will be there. Pat Freeman. Shout out to Dr. Pat Freeman. I was trying to get a hold of him. There. He's at the Super Bowl right now. He had a show, and I had asked him. He's like, Marcus. He goes, this year is like kind of tough, so it's all good. Y'all have a good night. See ya.
Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
Yeah. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. I've been on the come up, counting money till my thumbs hurt. No Birdman, bitch, but I'm a stunner. Just watch how you run up. I keep a couple gunners. I've been grinding all winter just to flex all over summer shit. Wrist cold when I fall through. Rose go to my own boo. In and out of my city, but come whenever I call you. Who gon' love me more than when I'm stacking out on tour? Them hoes that made it past security, they knocking on my door. You gon' be there when they gone. Show my love by getting more. Hustle so you ain't alone. You won't leave me, that's for sure. I'm talking Benjis, Franklin's, all these hundos on my floor. I just broke a couple bands, believe me, I've been going hard. I'm tipping bottle after bottle, swerving model after model. Who won't cash? That's the motto. Spend it like I hit the lotto. Yeah, I'm loving my life. I know that I ain't shit without you. Actions speak louder than words. They broke cause they just talk about you, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up. Hustle when the funds low. Sundown the sun up. All I want is the cash. Now, homie, run me the stash. Put the ones in the bag. Now count up. Count up. Count up. Count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, give respect. Mama out of debt, got a new connect. We the best, homie, run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house. You mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy. Fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow. Bobbing on my ex. She don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you me the set, bitch, I'm blessed, sipping XO. For the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You when I'm in your town, have some fun, blow it back. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I'll be back. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up. Hustle when the funds low. Sundown the sun up. All I want is the cash. Now, homie, run me the stash. Put the ones in the bag. Now count up. Count up. Count up. Count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy.